friends, welcome back to my channel. So today we are talking about my diet. We are talking about how I lost 20 pounds in 2 weeks. Excuse my missing nail. And I just want to say I don't judge anybody else for the way they eat, so please don't judge me for the way I eat. As well as, this is not a permanent diet. This is until me and my family lose all the weight we want to. And I'm almost there. I'm really excited about it. And yeah, so just temporary, but it is really extreme. So like I said, please don't judge me and be respectful. Alrighty, let's get into it. Okay guys, so first of all, what is my diet? My diet is called the carnivore diet. Alright, I'm also gonna go ahead and say another disclaimer. There are a million ways to do the carnivore diet, just like there are a million ways to do any different type of diet. So this is just how I do it. This isn't the official way. This is just, what works for my family. And yeah, first of all, the carnivore diet is a form of keto. If you guys don't know what keto diets are, I will put some sort of explanation in the description, or a link to something that explains it way better than I ever could. Keto, basically, from my understanding, is you base your diet around hormones in your body. So how we've been losing so much weight is it's more of the science side of everything, what foods and what activities cause which hormones in your body, and certain hormones cause you to gain weight, certain hormones slow down your weight loss, your metabolism, all of that. So this is what has worked out best for my family, and it's been going really great. By my family, what I mean is me, my mom, and my dad. I honestly couldn't have been doing this without them. I couldn't have started. It's so extreme, and every diet I've ever gone on, I haven't been able to keep to it and stick to it because I was by myself, and I always just ended up cheating. And I'm super happy to say that I haven't cheated, and I'm doing really good, and I'm really excited about it. What are we allowed to eat? What are we not allowed to eat? So, our rules for us is we only eat red meat, and we don't eat anything processed. So no hot dogs, no salami, no sandwich meats, like what you keep in the fridge, stuff that you don't have to cook because it's already cooked. You bought it in a little package. We don't eat that. That's processed. The reason for this is just we're not eating any sugar or carbs, is because we're doing all natural. And yes, vegetables and all that are carbs, but they're all natural too, but they affect your metabolism differently, and we will go back to eating them one day, but for now it's just best for us not to eat them to help with losing weight. So we're eating all natural, no processed meats, and no sugar, no carbs, which no sugar, no carbs is really extreme, you guys. All we're allowed to eat is ribs, steak, hamburgers, bacon, eggs, and we are allowed to eat fish and chicken, but chicken isn't really that good for us. It's kind of more processed, and it's not a red meat, and fish just isn't as filling, not necessarily only in the way of you're not going to feel full, more in the way of you're going to eat it, you're going to feel full, but it's not going to fill your body the way it needs to, the way red meat would. And I know that really doesn't make sense, but you honestly have to do so much research to understand a lot of what I'm saying. So I'm going to do my best, alright, to help make everything understandable. Those are all the foods we're allowed to eat. We also are not allowed to have any sauces, no soy sauce with my sushi, which yes, sushi is allowed and it's my favorite. You just can't have you have to get sashimi. If you guys don't know what that is, that's just where you get strips of the fish with nothing else. It might come with cabbage or something with it and some sort of side. But when I go out with my best friend, because we go to do sushi all the time, it's her favorite thing, I get sashimi salmon. That's my favorite. I could do any of the sashimis. I can't eat the rice or vegetables or anything like that. But we can't have any sort of sauces, so no soy sauce and no mustard, no ketchup, even if it's sugar-free, which, yes, I know, that's weird, but they do make it, but we are not allowed to have any of that because of the chemicals of what's inside of the sauces making them, and even if it's sugar-free, it still has carbs, and then there's like things like cornstarch, and the way they affect your metabolism slows it down, and so we just don't do it, which is sad because I love barbecue sauce. And I have a full-time job working at a barbecue place, so life's a little sad for me. But I'm making it. It's worth it. What are we allowed to drink though? What are we allowed to drink? So, sorry you guys, I'm a little sick, so I'm like sweating and like, however, I'm freezing. That's why I'm wearing long sleeve. I'm cold, but I'm sweating and I don't feel good. Anyways, so what are we allowed to drink? We are allowed to drink water, black coffee with no creamer. If we do put creamer in it, we have to use heavy whipping cream. That's the only dairy substance that is okay. It's still not good for us, and it does slow down our metabolism, and I'm the one who was using it. Nobody else was. I was, and I just wasn't losing as much weight or losing it as fast. So I finally was able to start drinking just black coffee, and now I like it. I've always loved coffee. I just prefer creamer coffee, caramel coffee, mocha, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so coffee and water. We are allowed to have sugar-free drinks like diet sodas. However, I never liked them, and after not having sugar for so long, I had a Diet Pepsi the other day, like a few sips, and it tasted like candy in my mouth. It was nasty, it was disgusting, and I couldn't drink it. So we're allowed to have diet drinks, as well as we are allowed to have bubbly waters. So this is just carbonated water. Yes, it's got flavoring in it, but on the nutrition facts, there's 0 calories, 0 total fat. It only has sodium and water in it. It's 0 sugars and 0 protein. It only has sodium in it. And we get these from Costco, and we get a whole pack of them. They've got all different flavors. This is orange. My favorite is the berry blast, which is what everybody loves. I also really like the lemon one too, and then there's also a lime. Yeah, I like them all, but other people around me beg to differ and don't really care for them. But yeah, I believe that those are or 4 or 5, whatever. That's all we're really allowed to drink. We're not really allowed to have anything else. Oh, tea. We are allowed to have tea with no sweetener in it during our eating hours. So that's another thing I'll get into here in just a minute. Green tea and black coffee we're supposed to be drinking all the time, as well as water, of course. The green tea helps speed up our metabolism. The coffee helps break down the food and helps us lose weight, and some other things that I don't understand because science. My dad has been doing most of the research when it comes to the whole diet, and he understands so much more. So everything I'm saying I've learned from what I've watched and what my dad has watched and read about and found out. So there's that. Another thing is there's a certain sweetener we are allowed to have. It's called stevia, and we have like a little liquid thing of it that we can like squirt little drops in. We only do about 2 to 3, but we can only have sweetener in our drinks during eating hours. What am I talking about? Well, I'll tell you. So what I said a few minutes ago I'd get to here in a second is we are not only doing the carnivore diet, we are also doing intermittent fasting. If you've never heard of this before, this is where you only eat during certain hours, when you eat less or more. You basically plan out your meals and your meal time, and you are not allowed to eat even foods you're allowed to eat that are on the diet after certain time periods, and you're not allowed to have sweetener, like I was saying, after certain time periods. So for us, when we started the diet, we were doing 2 meals a day. We were doing bacon and eggs in the morning, and a lot of it. So we were doing 2 really, really big meals. So we were doing a big thing of bacon and eggs in the morning, and then in the afternoon we were doing steak. And if we wanted to add something else, we would. So our eating periods for us were between 11 and 6 o'clock. That's when we were eating. You can plan it out however your schedule is if you choose to try out everything I'm talking about. But yeah, first we were doing that, and then as we got more and more into the diet, we stepped it up a level and started only doing 1 meal a day, which I prefer this because I did one day where I completely fasted all day. I just didn't feel hungry. I just had water and coffee and tea. I didn't feel hungry, which this is part of the diet if you do research for it. Totally healthy, fine. I know some of you are like, that's horrible. But I promise you, it did me well. I lost quite a few pounds. It was great. I felt great. I wasn't starving. Yeah. Like I said, that just works better for me, especially with my full-time job. I usually get off around 2 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So as soon as I come home and I barbecue myself some food, and I eat it, and I eat this one big meal. So I'm drinking water, sometimes sugar-free Red Bulls. Oh, that's something I left off the list. But the thing is, I'm not really supposed to have them because they're sugar-free. The contents inside aren't bad, but it slows down your metabolism and it causes you to retain water. So your body is like filling up with water and you're really bloated. And it's not bad for you. You just have to deal with it after you've drank one. If you lost weight, you're not going to see it for a few days, basically is what it is, because you're full of water. But yeah, I'll have sugar-free Red Bulls every once in a while, and then I have coffee every day, all the time. So in the morning, I'm full of liquid, and then I get home, and I'm super hungry then, but I get home, I eat a big, good size, fill me up afternoon meal, and then I'm good for the rest of the day, and I just continue to drink my coffee and my water, and yeah, that's what I do. So now that I've explained our intermittent fasting and kind of what's all been going on, how it all kind of works, what's my schedule, like what do I eat? So personally for me, I eat my hair. Generally every day I have 2 to 3 hamburgers, and I put provolone cheese on top, which yes, we're allowed to have certain cheeses. It's not the greatest, like goes along with the sweetener thing and the heavy whipping cream with your coffee thing. It's not the greatest for you, but it's just fine. For me personally, I haven't experienced any sort of not losing weight because of the cheese. It hasn't affected me for some reason. So I eat it. So I'll do 2 to 3 burgers with provolone on top, and then I'll cook bacon and I'll put avocado on top, and then I'll put bacon on top, or I'll have a side of bacon and on top, whatever. And that's pretty much what I eat about every day. And I know it sounds crazy, but I really never get sick of it. When we were doing eggs and bacon and steak every night and day, I got really sick of eggs and bacon, and I got really sick of steak, and I just haven't wanted to eat it since. That's what I ate today. I had some steak and I barely ate anything. I couldn't finish it, but that's also because I'm not feeling the greatest, so it all kind of but I'll be fine. A few days. So now I wanted to talk about where are we getting our information, what everything I'm telling you guys. So we're following several YouTubers through their journeys, and 2 of them I believe are health doctors. So, and they're currently on the carnivore diet. Not all of them do intermittent fasting as well, but a lot of the people that we've been watching their videos and how they're going through it and all the information that they're sharing, a lot of them have made this their permanent diet, like their plan is to do this for the rest of their life. Personally, we're not planning on that. For me, I want to do this diet until I lose all the weight I'm trying to lose, and then after I've lost the weight, then I plan on switching to a lightweight keto diet. So I'll still be on keto, but I'll be able to have carbs and sugar. But my plan is eat as healthy as possible, but you know, every once in a while when I want some In-N-Out burger, I'm gonna go get me some In-N-Out burger. Every once in a while when I just want some ice cream, I'm gonna go get me some ice cream. That's my game plan, alright? Honestly, ice cream is the one thing that I crave all the time. And my dad was like, oh, after, you know, a few weeks, you'll be fine. You won't miss any sort of food. I miss all the food every day, all the spices, sauces, all of it every day. It has not gone away. Now I'll share a little bit of my personal story. So freshman year, I was 140 pounds, and then I was doing cheerleading and swim team at the same time, and I was dieting and working really hard, and I got down to 130 pounds, and I know I have pictures of what I looked like back then, and I know myself how I felt about my body at that time period, and I always wanted to be slightly smaller than that. So my goal is to get down to 120 and possibly 115. For those of you out there who know me, you might think that's really insane. I'm gonna look anorexic. My belief is my mom, when she was my age, she was 110 pounds, and my dad has always been kind of thicker, but when my dad was my age, he was 140 pounds, basically what my boyfriend looks like, and so I don't believe I'll look anorexic. I think I'll look just fine and healthy. It just depends on whether or not I'm happy with the way I look. Yeah, so when I started this diet, I was 160 pounds. I am currently very excited to say that I am back down to 140 pounds and ongoing, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm just gonna keep going until, you know, I'm happy with it. Promise you guys, I'm not gonna go anorexic. I know my limits, and anorexic isn't pretty, it's sad, so don't worry about me. I hope you guys found this really helpful, and if any of you try it out, let me know. Hit me up on Instagram. It's linked in the description below always, or comment on my channel, my videos. I would love to hear how you guys are doing if you try it and how it goes for you. Yeah, as always, thank you for watching. I have a new abandoned video coming out this week, and I hope you guys are excited about that. I also want to say, as I mentioned earlier, I just started a full-time job, so my goal is to be doing 2 to 3 YouTube videos a week. 1 week abandon, and 1 to 2 just kind of, you know, videos like this, you know, like my Jeep videos, my reptile videos, beauty, all of it, vlogs, all of it. I plan on doing that. So if something happens and I don't get to post a video, or like an abandoned video, it's probably because I wasn't able to travel to go make it because of work or gas money, because honestly with you guys, it is it is a big factor. It really is. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys will stick around and subscribe, like, get in touch with me, follow me on Instagram. I'm always posting about my YouTube. Also keep up with my diet progress and see how it goes, and just I'll post every once in a while. I think about every 10 pounds I'll post, as well as here and there, just some little things. So if you guys are interested in that and everything else, like I said, keep up with me, get in touch with me. I want to know what kind of videos you guys want to see from me. I'm open to anything, so hit me up, comment, be like, hey, we want to see you do this, and I'm going to see what I can do to make it happen. So yeah, again, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment, and I'll see you guys next time.